All right, this is just going to be more of an educational video. We're going to do some practicing on labels and mirrors from the book Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. And here's a video directly from his channel. Hopefully he doesn't mind if I get it out there. So let's go ahead and take a look at it and we'll go from there.
Just verbal observations of the counterpart's emotions, motivations, the driving forces, circumstances, or dynamics. It's your interpretation of the data that they're giving. What are they telling you? What are you hearing? What are you seeing? What are labels? Labels have structure. It's going to be a way of validating someone's emotions by acknowledging and exposing the negative thoughts. It seems like, it sounds like, it looks like, it feels like. It versus you. It is more neutral. You is going to be more personal. You is going to be a little bit more engaging. The problem with using you in the beginning is if you don't know the skills well enough and you use the you and you mislabel or say a label wrong, you may sound accusatory. Well, I used to watch The Karate Kid, and in the beginning, Miyagi told Daniel, I'm going to teach you how to, you want to be a martial artist, I'm going to show you how to do it. And he took him to a car and said, wax the car. And he said, wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. And Daniel was doing it. When he went in the house, Daniel figured I could do it better and easier by just going forward and backwards. And when Miyagi came back out, he said, no, wax on, wax off. He did that for a reason. In the beginning, when you're first learning these skills, we have a way that we want you to do them so you become familiar with them. It takes 64 to 67 repetitions just to get comfortable with these skills. Now let's talk about but, and, or because. But is an erasing word. If you throw out a label, it seems like you have a plan for what's going to happen. And then you throw the but behind it. But I don't think it's going to work. Everything that you've done or said before the but just got erased. All you did was tell the person that you don't believe them, that what their idea was is a waste of time. You don't think it's going to work. And that's what they're going to hear. Now, and or because is explaining or stepping on the label. So all you want to do is just put it out there, let it sit, let the counterpart respond. And or because are what we call stepping on the label. Ronald Reagan said, if you're explaining, you're losing. So when you put out a label, you don't want to go behind it and try to explain what the label means. You're telling the people they're stupid, they don't get it, they don't understand. So let me tell you what the label means. You just want to be quiet. You want to sit back, let it take it in, let them, what we call, and we'll get to it, dynamic silence. We want to let you be quiet and sit back and let that other person think about what you said and then let them respond. Remember when we first started, I said it takes anywhere from 75 to 80% of the time, you want that person to be doing the talking. All right, so what are labels? Labels are just verbal observations of the counterpart's emotions, motivations, the driving forces, circumstances, or dynamics. It's your interpretation of the data that they're giving. What are they telling you? What are you hearing? What are you seeing? Emotions are usually the easiest thing to pick up first since they're the most obvious. If you see somebody's angry, you can label that. It seems like you're angry. We have two types of labels that we talk about, surface and deep dive. Surface is the presenting labels. If you're using the presenting labels, they're good. It's a way of getting the conversation going. It's a way of letting the person know you're paying attention. We want to get to the deep dive labels, the latent labels. We want to find out the why behind the behavior. So just like I said, it seems like you're angry. It's going to get a response normally. People, yeah, I'm angry. Then when you go a little further, go a little deeper with it, it says, what is the why behind the behavior? You want to be curious. It's going to be a slight shift. So an example of that would probably be something like, it seems like your anger is focused towards something. And it's normally going to get a deeper response. People are going to say, yeah, every time I start to talk or do something, I'm getting hit in the head or getting told that I'm a pain in the ass, or I don't work, it's not working, and it frustrates me. So you're going to get a deeper response to what's going on in their head. You're going to start building that tactical empathy. Now we talk about negative versus positive. When you label the negatives, you're going to diffuse them. Those are what we call the elephants in the room. They're going to keep the counterpart from being able to move forward in the conversation. It's always going to be lingering in their head. How many times have you guys been in a conversation and you're thinking about something else? You're waiting for them to talk about something, or you're waiting to get an opportunity to talk about something negative that's going on with the company or the counterpart. So you're not even really paying attention to the conversation. If you're doing it, your counterpart is probably doing it too. So the negative labeling, you want to diffuse it. You want to get out in front of it. You want to get out in front of the elephant that's in the room. You want to get them to start thinking clearly. You want them to listen to the conversation. You want them to express what's going on. You want them to tell you more, but they have that sitting in their head, so they're not really focused. Labeling the positive is going to reinforce it. If they're holding a conversation and they talk about something positive that you've done in the company or that's helping the negotiations, you want to reinforce it. It sounds like that's important to you. It seems like you really appreciate when good things are going the way they should. And now they're reinforcing it. Yeah. They're getting that hit of what we call dopamine. They're getting excited. They want to do more business with you. Anybody that's gotten that hit of dopamine, we all like it. And Sandy's on the call, and I know she don't want to talk, but she tell the story about her daughter coming home, how excited she gets. You know, when she have a conversation with her in the beginning, it was like, and everybody that have kids that are teenagers, we've all been through it. They come in, oh, what's going on? Nothing. What you do today? When you get a chance to hit them with a positive, seems like you had a great day today. Oh yeah, you know all my friends. Can somebody put Francisco on? Oh, there you go. It seems like you had a great day today. Yeah, I went out with my friends. We got to do this, and that, and they hold a whole conversation with you. And normally you're the enemy or the opposition. That's what we are as parents. So when you have an opportunity to hit them with positive labels, hit them with positive labels. It's going to reinforce what they're thinking. They're going to feel good about you. They're going to hold a conversation longer. Which one do you think has the most impact? The positives or the negative labels?
Okay, Troy, we have positives. Some people are saying negatives. Actually, more negatives than positives.
Okay. Whoever said the positive, have somebody come up who said the positive.
Trying to think through the various situations that might happen, and just thinking people usually probably feel more reinforced and acknowledged when you bring them towards a positive state that they're feeling. And in most negotiations, that's probably pretty rare. We get focused on the negative tensions and the negative viewpoints of each other.
Well, I'm glad you said that, Lee, because people think 31% more efficiently when they're in a positive state of mind. While that's good, you want people to be able to think clearly. The negatives are still going to be the elephant in the room. And the negatives are going to have 3 times greater impact than the positive will. If you're thinking negative, like you said, most people have heard negative things throughout. And when you're thinking negative, it don't go away. So how do you deal with it? You have to deal with that elephant. You have to address it. You have to acknowledge it. You have to get the person to understand why, find out what's going on in their head.
Nice. All right, stop screen share. Okay, so that's going to be that's a practice session from one of the Black Swan videos, which would be a seminar that they, hold on, let me just go ahead and end that video there. Excuse me. Close. All right, so yeah, that's just a practice session from the Black Swan from Chris Voss's company regarding labels and mirrors. So I was just, how can we utilize that? We'll pick up back up what we had last week, and we were going to do talk about accusation audits, but I thought, we might as well just go ahead and record this for today and just start getting it out there every week, because it's such valuable information for everybody, including the parents. And I'm wondering, Sabrina, if you or Jason wanted to just share like labels that could be used with the kids, because that's one of the things he mentioned right there. When I was a kid, I would come in and my mom would say, "Oh, how was your day?" "Fine." One word. "Good." "Okay."
Yeah, I like the question I like to ask is, what did you do today?
"Okay."
Because I want to know how they went. I want to know what they've been up to today. What did you learn today?
How can we turn it
Uh,
into a label? How can we turn that into a label to where
Seems like
he's
you're having
now,
a good day.
yeah, it seems like you're having a good day.
that's a positive label. All right. Seems like you're having a good day today.
It seems like something really good happened to you today.
Ah, there we go. Seems like something really good happened to you today. That's a good one.
That's
Something
great.
really good.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
it's like
now, so let's
addressing
practice.
positives.
Yeah, let's practice that, because let's say I'm the kid and I don't want to talk, but I'm happy. I come in and I say, "Hey," and I walk in the door. "Hello."
Hey, how's it going? Good to see you again. Glad you made it home okay.
"Thanks."
Seems like you might have had an okay day today. Was it an okay day or a good day?
Yeah, it was a good day.
A good day. A good day.
Yeah, it was a good day. We got a lot done. I met some new people and I met some new people and I had some fun. It was a really good day.
Oh, you met some new people.
Yeah, I did. I met new people. For example, I met Tom, the next door neighbor, and made a new friend with him, and we went out and went on an adventure.
Oh, that sounds like that was you had a great experience.
It was a great experience. We really had fun. We went all over the place, and he showed me the creek where they have frogs and crawdads, and we went and we tried to catch some of those.
Were you able to catch any?
We did. We caught some and put them back, and that was fun.
Oh, that sounds like a great experience for you
It
then,
was. It was fun. It was a great experience.
especially putting them back into nature after you caught them.
Yeah, we did. It was good to put them back, and they didn't. We kept them alive.
It seems like you have a lot of fun. And it seems like I would like to have some fun with you like that. Maybe we can do that sometime.
That sounds good. So
How about great?
it would be great. Now, okay, off the record. Now,
Yeah.
is that the way I was responding? Is that anywhere similar or typical, or is it more engaging from?
Our kids would like spill the beans about everything they did. They can't wait to talk about their day.
Okay, all right. So they would be way more engaging.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so therefore, they're. But does it seem like it would be more? Would they engage more by doing a label?
Oh, they
Or
engage more by labeling, by mirroring, and all of it. Like if you give them a prompt to speak, then they can't wait to tell you to share their experience and stuff.
is there a difference between asking them the "How's your day" that you've experienced to making a label? Is there a difference in the response?
I think the label would get them more engaged than just how was your day. They're just like, oh, it's good, but how am I just tell you the whole thing version anyways.
Well, they usually do.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not kidding. And my kids are jonesing for me to come out of my office so they could tell me about the skateboard trick that they did or the rock that they found. Uh, but we have a very special connection with our kids. We do homeschool, and so we are we are connected than most families, I would say, uh, are just
we were close.
because we're close.
We're around each other all the time.
All right, so let's do a different one. How can we spin this?
How about well, I could bring up something. So I just had a discussion with our daughter and wearing makeup
Makeup.
because she wants to wear makeup and she's getting to that age, I get it. But we are sticklers about ingredients and what goes on the skin. And so just making sure that she's being responsible. And if whatever, just, the rule in the house is like, if we can't eat it, we don't really want it on our skin or body because your skin is your biggest organism, right? So, um, but she's also 14 or 15, and while you know, it's a value, so to speak, I have air quotes, it's a value. She's also willing to kind of let it out the window if she can get, you know, she's just at that age where she's like pushing to seeing what she can get without addressing the elephant in the room, right? I'm the elephant who's like, hey, that's irresponsible or whatever. That's not the deal we had. So there's a disconnect there.
So how can we create that, what would we call get reps in, and we could practice that situation so it doesn't turn, so it accomplishes the result that you want without creating we would still get making it feel like it's her idea and she's getting her way.
Right.
So how can we do that with labels and mirrors? So
So yeah, it seems like you're really wanting to express yourself as you're maturing.
all right, you want to respond to that, Jason, because you're going to probably know better on how she would respond.
Okay.
So go ahead.
It
Yeah.
seems like you're really wanting to, to come across as being more mature, and it seems like you have fun doing it. You look great.
Well, I just love wearing makeup, Mom.
Sounds like you love makeup.
Well, yeah, I mean, like girls my age just wear makeup. And that's just what we do.
That's what we do.
We want to make ourselves look presentable, to or like I'm one of those boys out.
Sounds like you're wanting to impress boys.
Well, I want all the other girls to have all the attention.
Seems like there could be some things around attention.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I don't want to be ignored by the boys.
Ignored by boys?
Boom, mirror right there. Good
Yeah.
mirror.
Well, yeah, like if I don't look pretty, then then they're not going to talk to me.
If you don't look pretty,
Mirror, another good mirror.
The makeup, helps me enhance how I look. Yeah, I just gotta feel, I gotta feel beautiful, but that comes with makeup. All the ads in the magazines talk about
It sounds like you're really worried about what other people think of you.
Good
it.
one.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's how we present ourselves. And I want to present myself the best way I can. And that takes makeup.
Makeup. It sounds like makeup may be the thing that you believe is going to make you beautiful, but makeup.
But's an erasing word.
That's right. Okay, that's right. I got it right here, an erasing word. It sounds like you feel like you need makeup to feel beautiful.
Dynamic silence.
Mhm. Well,
Wait, let her speak.
trying to think of a response. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I have to look good. I mean, I have to look pretty. And beautiful women wear makeup. That's what media tells them.
Beautiful women wear makeup.
Well, yeah, it's on like the TV ads and everything.
It sounds like you're really inspired by what you see on TV.
Well, yeah, I guess I don't read enough. Spend more time reading
Reading?
books and not watching TV.
Playing Lola.
All right. So
Yeah, I'm getting off.
now we're okay. Let's pause. So now we got. All right. So we went. Is that the way that you were responding, Jason? Is that typical?
No, I mean, I don't really know. Like,
She doesn't really have a problem with like feeling pretty.
no,
That's not really she's for her, it's like it's really just it's the cool thing to do.
it's a cool thing to do. Yeah. Like all the other girls do it, and so she wants to be, and maybe it's because she is homeschooled, that she isn't like, she's not around like, like school kids all the time. So like wanting to fit in when she is around them, because homeschool kids are a little bit different than public school kids. And so it could be like a wanting desire to fit in when she's around.
That's what I think it is. Like it's just wanting to fit in.
Yeah.
So how can we spin this to? How can it be spun to where? Okay, so it sounds like the goal is to get her to believe that she already is enough. She already fits. She's already more than enough to fit in because of who she is.
Yep.
Mhm.
But without telling her that.
Yes.
Getting her to believe it on her own. That seems to be the goal.
That's the goal.
Okay. So that she already fits in. Okay, so back to what he was saying in the video. Remember how he talked about the labeling the negatives is the elephant in the room?
Yep.
All right. So what about saying, all right, you're okay, Sabrina, you're going to be your daughter, and then I'll go ahead and attempt to label this situation and see where we can go with it. Okay. So,
okay. All right.
And then you're coming in and asking, can I wear makeup? Is that how it goes?
Basically, it's like, Mom, I really, I might see her wearing makeup, and I address her, hey, what's that on your face?
Well, there you go. That's so let's change that question from, an uncomfortable to seems like, all right. So I come in, you come in the room and then you got lipstick on and eyeliner on your face. And I say, oh, looks, seems like you look a little bit different today.
No.
It looks like there's something red on your lips.
No,
No?
I don't know what you see.
It is it looks it appears that it appears something's wrong, something's going wrong with school, with your it seems like something's going wrong with you and your friends.
No,
It looks like you just it looks like you believe you don't fit in.
why would you say that?
Well, it seems like there's something on your face. Seems like there's something on your skin.
No,
Hmm. No?
no,
Hmm. Huh. Hmm. Now, it appears that it appears your skin was what your lips were like a skin color yesterday, and then today they're red, bright cherry red.
it might have been because I ate some strawberries.
Strawberries?
I don't know what you see.
Huh. It looks like you're having a hard time. It looks like you're having a really hard time. Really a hard time right now. Looks like you're upset about something.
Because you're making me upset.
Upset?
That's what you said.
It seems like you're angry.
It seems like you're angry.
Angry?
Or upset.
Well, it looks like you're just going there. You're going through a lot right now.
I mean, you're the one that said there's something wrong with my face.
Hmm. Hmm. So your face? Wrong with your face?
That's what you said.
Oh, it looks like there's something that I can do to fix this situation.
What situation?
It seems like I upset you.
Yes, you did.
Hmm.
You said there was something wrong with my face and
Hmm.
accused me of looking different than I did yesterday.
Hmm. Is there? It looks like. Is there? It appears that you're just going. That it appears that it's that time of. It's that time of. It seems like it's that time of month.
You really want to piss her off? Do you want her to like blow fire at you?
Well, we do. I wanted to just go ahead and let it out. Yeah. Like, what is it? So, like, that seems to be the elephant in the room. Like, I want her to say everything that's wrong at this point.
Mom, I just wish that, you would trust me and you wouldn't make accusations. And I'm not, I don't, I, I'm just doing me, Mom. Like, I don't know why you're so worried. I could be doing worse things.
Hmm. Ah, worse, doing worse things.
Yeah, you're worried about makeup and, a little bit of makeup, which I'm not saying I'm wearing, but that's
Hmm.
where this seems to be stemming from. And, you know, you won't leave me alone about it.
Hmm. So it seems like this makeup is important to you.
I mean, I want to talk about it. I want to know, like, when can I start wearing makeup?
Well, does it? It looks like you you believe that you need the makeup for to. It looks like you believe that you need the makeup for a certain reason.
I don't have a reason. I just want to wear it.
So it seems like there's no reason to wear the makeup.
I just want to wear it. It makes me feel good.
Oh, it looks like you feel a lot better about yourself. So it seems like you feel a lot better about yourself when you wear the makeup. It looks like that it's something there's something I did, you know, how can so how can how and how do you and how do and how do okay, how question. And how can I fix this situation for you? What would you like me to do?
Let me wear it.
Seems like you want my permission to wear the makeup.
Well, it sounds like I need your permission to wear the makeup.
And it looks like it looks like there's a way to, okay. And if you were in my shoes, what would you ask for?
If I were in your shoes, I would say, I would be serious. I'm serious. It seems like you need makeup to feel good about yourself. And what about the makeup makes you feel good about yourself?
Yeah. Boom. What about the makeup? That's it. What about the makeup makes you feel good?
I just like the way I look, and it's cool. And I mean, I'm gonna be 15. I'm not a baby anymore.
So what if there was a way that I could that you could if there what if there was another way that you could feel even cooler and be even more respected with your friends than wearing makeup? Would it be a ridiculous idea to show that to you?
No, but you're old, and how are you gonna show me how to be cooler?
Well, it seems like there's it it looks like, if there was a way to fit in more, not saying that I know the way, but if there was a way without makeup, would it be a bad idea for you to consider it?
I just want to wear makeup.
Oh, I'm stuck. I'm digging myself a hole here. Okay. Really, how do I get out? How do we
Well,
fix this? No,
and
go ahead.
here, what I might say is that, look, honey, like you know what we know about food and ingredients, and if I was to bring you a plate full of slop and GMO food, would you eat that? Would you put it in your body?
Well, would she?
No,
She wouldn't. Okay.
she wouldn't. And that would be I know that she wouldn't, and so that would be like, well, it's the same, it's the same, motive for what you put on your skin.
Well, it seems like exactly what you would say, and it's a
Yeah,
delicate.
that's exactly what I would say.
That's what you would say, and then that's going to cause that would probably cause some sort of a contention because she's saying, "Mom, you're accusing me and telling me what you believe about this," and I disagree. I think it's so.
But here's what I would say is that we've gone through this together and we've looked at the ingredients, and what I've agreed to is when you're mature enough and there's trust built, we could explore some options for clean makeup. But before we could go there, we have to have trust.
How can we spin this? I'm going to pause this for a moment. And as opposed to saying, I'd like to make you an offer, how about we go back to the format and we say, would it be a ridiculous idea?
Would it be a ridiculous idea if we did an experiment where you can bring over your friend's makeup and you do one side of your face with that makeup, and then we do the other side of your face with clean makeup, and I want you to tell me what makes you feel better.
That's not a ridiculous idea. So I get to wear makeup, it sounds like.
Well, it sounds like this is a way for us to understand and for you to maybe feel and see the difference in the makeup.
Okay. That's all right. I'm willing to do that. We can practice trying the makeup on different ways.
Yes. And I want, and this way you get to experience what that makeup feels like on your skin. Do you break out after you wear it? Let's really create an experiment from this and see, from there, then you can make the best options based on your skin, on what feels good to you, what looks good as well. Because not all makeup looks good.
Well, as long as I get the opportunity to make that decision, I'd be happy with that.
That's great, because the idea is not to keep you from a life that, feels awful. The idea is to help you flourish and leverage in life, but still, having responsibility for yourself. And I don't want to say take your responsibility for yourself. So I appreciate that this offer isn't ridiculous and that we can explore what this looks like so we can come to a mutual agreement in the future and we don't have to keep having these uncomfortable conversations.
I would say now let's set it up. Yeah. What time?
Awesome.
All right. Seems like time and place would be a good idea next.
Yep.
Nice. All right. That's a tough labeling exercise right there. It's really tough labeling. It seems like it's really challenging, especially with a teenager.
Well, and teenagers who in the very beginning when we were going through this, they give those one line answers. No, yes. They're just very vague.
Well, there you go. But we could stop the one now. How do we stop the one line answers from a teenager? By not asking them a question.
That's right. Open-ended.
Well, we don't even leave it open-ended. We make an observation, a label. It seems like, it looks like, it appears like, it sounds like, it feels like. And then we utilize the dynamic silence. And the dynamic silence is that awkward, they're not responding. Wait a little longer, and then throw in another label if it's that awkward. But wait, right. give them time to respond, because the labels probably aren't good enough. Now, if it's still too awkward, then it would be necessary to bring in a full accusation audit, which is going to be more advanced. But that's going to be about labeling each emotion and the entire situation as much as possible to identify everything that they're feeling, thinking, and going through. Seems like you're going through a lot right now. It looks like you believe that makeup is going to make you feel better. It seems like, you believe that I'm limiting you in your choices. It appears that that you're being you feel you're being restricted on having freedom. You know, I mean, trying to spin these together,
Yep.
the more we could identify each specific feeling and emotion right there, that would be like a full accusation audit.
Yep.
And
I
that
mean,
would-
we kind of went through that in the beginning when, you know, like when the conversation first opened up, we got out of her that, you know, out of the scenario that, you know, she felt she needed to wear makeup to be cool. You know, she needed it for attention. You know, so we were able to extract info from, you know, about the circumstances to the why.
that helped you get to the why, seems like.
That helped us get to the why. Yeah.
Okay, so then now it's about tactical, creating the tactical empathy. And that really, that's that empathetic voice, labels, mirrors, and then letting more come out with the objective in mind of asking how questions. How am I supposed to do that? These are like
Mhm.
how. So it's okay to throw in the how questions in there. How am I supposed to do that? How would you do that if you were in my shoes?
Hmm,
You know, asking these how questions, throwing them in there.
that's good.
You know, because you know that's where they got to come in at some point and spin that. So, whoo, man.
Then the remedy is their idea.
The if yeah, if it's so yeah, with the right labels, it could be their remedy, it could be their idea. How would you like me to do that? Well, they just say, well, just let me wear the makeup. I mean, how would you handle that? So if you say, how would you like me to do that? And she says, well, just let me wear makeup. That's just such an incomplete statement. So how would you respond to that?
Like we want to make it.
Well, yeah, just let me wear the makeup. I want to wear that makeup. Can you let me do that, please?
Let you wear makeup.
Well, that's what where we started at. You were saying I can't. It seems like you don't want me to wear the makeup. I want to wear the makeup. We can fix this by you just leaving me alone, letting me wear it.
Sounds like wearing makeup is really important.
Well, yeah, it is important to me because it is important because I want to be able to look better than the other girls my age.
Sounds like you're wanting to, your looks are really important to you, and it sounds like you're not wanting to feel left out.
Well, that's right. I don't want to feel left out. And there's a lot of things going on right now this weekend. And I want to be able to wear the makeup so that I fit in with everybody else.
Fit in with everybody else. It sounds like you're really worried about fitting in. And I want to know, apart from makeup, what else do you need to fit in?
Well, right now I just need makeup. I need to wear makeup. That's all. If I have
That's it.
makeup, my life is complete.
Your life is complete with makeup.
Yeah. Yep.
It sounds like makeup is very important to you, and it sounds like you're not you're not willing to be flexible around this circumstance, around this issue.
Hey, well, right. I don't want yeah, this is something I need. I need this.
You need it.
Yep, I need this.
And so it sounds like the need for makeup is going to make your life better?
It's going to make my life complete because then I'll be able to fit in with everybody else. I'll be able to have some freedom. Wearing makeup will make me happy.
So it sounds like you want to be happy, you want to be free, you want to experience with makeup because you believe it completes you. It sounds like makeup has a real big grip on your thoughts.
Time for some how. Now throw in some how questions.
Yeah. So how can we create trust around makeup when you're sneaking it
Sneaking it?
often? Sneaking it.
Are you accusing me of sneaking makeup?
Am I accusing you of sneaking makeup?
That's a tough one. That was a really tough one because that was a dangerous label. You said it seems like you're sneaking the makeup. That was like an accusation. Now we got to be careful there.
Yes, I caught that too.
Yeah.
But, and I shouldn't say but, okay, it sounds like we really need to build some trust and talk more about this so that everybody can walk away from this situation happy. So what would it look like to you? What does that look like to you for everybody to walk away happy?
That was a good one. Okay, that's a good one. Let's get her to answer that. And then that's going to have to focus in on that. I think that's a good one. Get her to answer, well, what would it look like to her for everyone to walk away happy? And then say, well, it may take time for you to think, for us, it seems like it might take some time to think about that. So can we come back and answer that question tomorrow or next week, whenever she's going to, that would be a good one. Now, hey, can we talk again tomorrow or later today after you consider that? Would that be a ridiculous idea?
That would be a wonderful idea.
Okay, let's do it. We'll see you then later on today. So nice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Woo! All right, that's good.
Getting there little by little. I like the how questions. How am I supposed to do that? How can we both win? How can we? Because then you're asking for their feedback too.
Exactly. We're asking for their feedback. How? Because we got to spin in the house at some point after we've made the labels and the mirrors. And we know that they want something. They want something. How am I supposed to do that?
How are we supposed to keep the chemicals out of your body?
How do we keep?
If you feel the need to keep applying them on your skin.
See, we go deep like that with our kids because we talk about our kids know how to read food. The education they get from homeschooling is very different than traditional public schooling.
Very good. I love it. Well, let me end the recording and we'll wrap up. This is really, really good. Labels, mirrors, Chris Voss, never split the difference. We'll go ahead and try one of these again. Let me go ahead and just stop recording. And are you sure? Go ahead.
And you're right, Gavin, that asking that question, how it allows us to get what we need without asking.
There you go. The how, that magic how at the end.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to do that? How would you do that? There's no wrong. It's just spinning in the hows or the whats at times. Boy, it's tough. This is really a skill that is constantly being sharpened because seems like we're constantly been trained on using these buts. Oh, that's a great idea, but it's a stupid idea. Oh,
right. Right. I don't mean to be rude, but
you're a real jerk. And it's like, no, it's supposed to say that. As opposed
basically
to that,
makes a statement.
We come at him and we say this. This is going to sound bad. Let me just wrap with this. Let's throw this in there as an example. I'm going in and doing what was I was negotiating for something. Oh, I was just at the hardware store. This didn't go the way I wanted to, but it was worth a shot. Hardware store, buying a toilet seat. The toilet seat, it has a little scratch on it. What I thought was the damage to the toilet seat. It turns out it was just on the plastic. So, and I go up to the front desk and I said, this is going to sound greedy. It's going to sound like every other greedy customer's probably asked this 1,000 times. So I framed it like now he's braced by making a label. This is going to sound greedy. No, that's what he's probably going to think. But would it be a ridiculous idea to ask for a discount on this toilet seat because of this?
Right. It's good though.
Yeah.
At least I framed it. Now he was neutralized. He looked at it and he ripped the plastic off. He says, "Oh, look, it's not damaged at all." At that point, I was like, "Okay, cool." I was okay with that.
That's
So,
great.
yeah. Just a little practice. I did that more to get my practice in anytime I can opportunity to negotiate with somebody. Here's a reason. This is going to sound greedy. The guy at the airline, I want to upgrade to first class. This is going to sound greedy. I'm going to sound like every other lousy tourist. But if it looks like you have a lot of power here, is it a ridiculous idea to ask for an upgrade?
That's a great
I think that's the section I'm just getting ready to start.
about the flight.
What's that?
Yeah.
That's the section I'm just getting ready to start the book.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, that's great. We got some reps in. Never split the difference. Just practice. We'll do it. Let's do it again next week and see if we how this does. I should probably get the recording out there and see if people can grasp this, because it's this skill is everyday life, whether you're dealing with your kids or in business.
Yep.
Or the clerk that you're negotiating with, or the airline, the airline stewardess that you want to upgrade, anything. It's just constant.
I mean, if you're in communication, this is an amazing skill to have. Any type of communication, really.
Well, I just got in not like a month or maybe a couple of months ago. I finished reading this book called Talking to Strangers, and it's talking about the lack and the breakdown of communication amongst people from different backgrounds and ethnicities and just different areas where there's a lack in communication, and how the lack of communication leads to people mistrusting each other and
barriers.
And I think this book as the way to build that bridge in everything that book Talking to Strangers was looking for.
Nice.
That makes sense. It's yeah, and it's just it's just about the communication and how this is building that bridge to where people from different backgrounds, ethnicities, and cultures, could actually have connection. I don't know. It's pretty good.
Without having to ask questions.
Right.
It's really Chris Voss says, it's what most people don't practice is empathy.
Right.
You have to be willing to put yourself in the other person's shoes and imagine that you could feel what they feel. Because practicing empathy that's a muscle too. It's if you don't practice that, it isn't easy to see from the other person's perspective, and that's part of building strong communication.
Yep.
So I think it's a great book, and I'm grateful that we have this little group going.